What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another Bad Batch Roundtable. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man.
Right,
you?
man. How about you?
Pretty good.
I'm just chilling. You know, Sunday's always a busy day for most of us, you know, so I'm just trying to take it one moment at a time.
Do you do a different intro every week?
Mm-hmm. Different crawl.
A different crawl every week, yeah.
I know a different crawl. I'm talking about the other part.
No, the actual intro, the actual video clips, no, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's easier to do that way. From my understanding.
You get the best intro on a round table out of all so far.
Well, thank Onzo for that. He made it, but tonight, the crawl from tonight, it was wrote by Chris Knight.
Okay.
The first five were wrote by Onzo, and Chris took.
I'm just waiting for somebody to save me.
Hey, listen, I put you on a desolate. I put you on a planet out in the outer rim. You're safe for now. You're just stuck out there. Nobody knows where you're at. I have to figure out how I'm going to get you back. But I have an idea for that. If I write more of them, because I was like, it's like, ooh, I could do this, and I could do this, and I could throw this in there. And but Onzo really set up a good story so far, so it was really easy to kind of mold that into the next step. So it was really interesting. It's fun.
All right, what's up, everybody in the chat? Thank you for showing up tonight. Got what's his name? Dylan Little Hobbies. Sorry about that. And of course, what's his name? Commodore Ty. I keep wanting to say Commander, man. I can never get that shit right.
I always say the same thing.
Dandelion Fluff, thank you for joining, darling. Appreciate it. Of course, Khaos Central. Who else? And Austinator, thank you for dropping links in the chat tonight, man. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Jason, you don't count.
So
and I mean that in a light way. You're on the panel, bro.
Yes.
sure he means it like that.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna do things.
Wait. What did you say?
Who, me?
No. What did JJ say?
What do you think I just said? What did you hear?
I heard you say grow up. Why are you wasting air like that?
I didn't say grow up. I can't remember what I said because now you got me all flustered.
Okay, I thought you said grow up.
I didn't, but don't ask me to repeat it. Y'all gonna have to rewind it to find out. Anyway, do things a little little differently tonight. I'm just gonna go straight into it. Danny, what's your overall thoughts of this episode?
It was okay. It was kind of cool how Dave Filoni tied in this episode to the last season of the Clone Wars. So we saw two characters from season 7, the two sisters. So it was cool to see them, to see that he's connecting these actual series. So that was kind of cool. Overall, it wasn't no better or no worse than last season. I mean, than last episode. So it's okay. Little still on the slow side, but it's not terrible.
Okay. Chris, what are you doing?
Starting my TV up.
You can't even pay attention to the stream. You got to turn the TV on. Really?
I'm watching our thing on the stream on my TV. It's easier to watch it up there. Keep an eye on it.
Okay. Well, good. That means you're on duty.
He's a control freak.
I am. So I liked this episode a lot. I don't know. It didn't do a lot for the storyline. So I agree with Danny that it's a bit slow, but the overall movement of this episode, I think when I watched this episode, the last episode, they're getting timing and movement down within an episode. They just need to figure out how to move it from one episode to the next with more emphasis on what the true underlying story is. We're not so dependent on one season, so they have time, but it's good to know something by the time the first season's over. So it's doing good, and I like this one quite a bit, actually.
Cool. Guyskar, What's your overall thoughts, man?
I think it's the best episode since episode 1. A lot of people in the chat are saying the same thing. You know, it's the whole fact that it's developing the arc for, you know, Wrecker and his chip, as well as, you know, oh, frig, I just lost my train of thought. As long as you know, you see where they're going with it now. You know, the whole that there's a main character reveal we're gonna be getting soon. Obviously, you know, with the whole robe thing at the end, we know it's gonna be most likely gonna be a Jedi. Hopefully, you know, it could be somebody else dressed up in a robe. But anyways, I think it's gonna be a very well-known character. So it's been the best episode and arc. Not only that, as Omega as well. You see her; she's becoming more independent, more trained. Not so much a pain in the ass as much as the other episodes. I like the way it tied in with the Clone Wars season 7, right? With those two characters. So it's showing how everything is linked together with characters, throwing some characters everywhere. So it's making them more interesting. And that's what I liked about it.
Awesome. Jason. Chris, private chat. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I like this episode. It's probably, I would say, one of the best ones I've seen so far. I like it was sort of like it was grittier. You got to see that, you know, it was like it was real dark. It was sort of like it reminded me of the Attack of the second Attack of the Clones from the prequels. You know, where they were in that factory and you know, and Omega, at least, I mean, it looks like she's actually starting to, you know, ain't all clumsy, and she's actually starting to be an asset, you know, learning stuff. And I like the reveal at the end. That was just, you know, it was a tease. It was like, it made me ready for the next episode, that little reveal with the robes, like Gaskar was saying. Hopefully it's something good. So, like I said, it was probably one of the best episodes I've seen so far.
Cool.
Danny hopes it's Mace Windu.
Danny's ready, man.
I think I know who it is, but you know, I ain't gonna say a word about it.
Well, shit, I think it's Obi-Wan. That's what I think.
That purple lights. All we need is a little glow of that purple lightsaber to come off there. Crazy. Just a purple lightsaber. Just see a little glimpse of it.
Oceanator, what's your overall thoughts of the episode, man?
You know what? I'm gonna agree with Guy Scar. This is probably the best episode since episode 1. Because I mean, I just like that it's more action oriented. It's more action packed than the previous episodes, and it's actually kind of continuing a story arc that they set up. It's kind of crazy, but other than that, I mean, there's really not much to say that not everybody else has said before. Said before me, it was a very good episode, and it's. Like I said, this is what it needs to do. It needs to go in the right direction, and so far, it's been doing that. So it gets a lot of brownie points for me.
Are Oceanator brownie points worth more than the standard brownie point, though? That's what I want to know.
I don't give a damn. It's got brownies in it.
It's worth a little less because it's those little muffins that you get in the little bags.
Those are better. I mean, you just pop them, man.
Yeah, but there's not a lot in each pouch, so you know they might cost a little less, but I think they matter more in the grand scheme of things, and they're also cheaper too. So,
all right, that was interesting. You enjoyed.
I think this episode was the best episode so far, actually, since episode 1. I really liked the character development and the plot development as well, and the connection to Clone Wars with the Martez sisters, in which they actually made me kind of like the Martez sisters now. Which to me, they were annoying in season 7, and then in this episode, they were fine, you know. And then I am also very intrigued, and I also think I know who that mysterious cloaked figure is at the end of the episode. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely one of two people. Myself, personally, kind compared to the first 5 episodes, it's doing exactly what I was saying. It's taking its time. It's that slow burn. It's getting more and more. It's starting to get a little bit more and more busier. It had plenty of action in it to me. I don't know what you were talking about, Chris, because they're trying to fight their way out of a factory.
I didn't say it didn't have action.
What did you say then?
I said that it needs to go along the lines of moving within the story arc, like the whole overall story arc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm after the last episode and this episode. I think even the next episode, they're doing jobs for Sid. So that's probably where this is going. But yeah, I liked it. Even with the sisters tied into it, because this time frame is right after her and Rex left, because she left the sisters in episode 7 and went after them all, and all the stuff went down, Order 66, and this is right after that. So it makes great sense as they brought the girls in. And I believe she's either talking to Ahsoka or Obi-Wan. Because, all we know that there are robes involved. or it could have been either Mon Mothma or Bail Organa. You never know. But yeah, I like the episode. It's definitely better than the last 3. All right, Danny, what you got, man? Tell me what you liked about it.
I like that Omega's not as annoying as she always was. Out of all of them, the tracker, I can't think of his name. He's my favorite. For some reason, I always gravitate towards him. Hunter, yeah.
The Rambo?
Yeah, the Rambo guy. I'm also starting to like the little personality of the little green creature that sends him on these missions. It's kind of funny how she talks to Sid. Then how she took the bow from the girl and just down. So I like Sid. And I agree with what Ninja said. It made me kind of like the 2 sisters more than I did, because I agree with him. They were annoying on Clone Wars, but to see them was kind of like, okay, recognition. Okay, Dave Filoni, he is definitely tying the 2 shows together. So he's always been good at connecting universes and stuff, so to speak. So also, it's not making me want to see it like Jason said about. I'm chomping at the bit to see who that person is, but my interest is piqued. I do know it's not going to be Mace Windu, but it would be cool if it was. But overall, like I said, man, Bad Batch, it is slow, but it's Star Wars, so I don't hate it. I'm liking it more, a little bit more each episode, each week.
Awesome. Chris, did you check the private chat?
Yeah, I did. I'm working on it.
Okay. What did you like about it?
I liked the whole bringing back the droids in a small little bit in this. It was really nice to see that, because it's a part of Star Wars universe now. Ever since George built that whole army and did all that, now it's really cool to see that something that is now the past in Star Wars, which we don't hear about the past really in the original trilogy and even in the Disney trilogy. We don't hear about that, which is funny, because you'd think something so major, the Clone Wars, they only mention it offhandedly a few times in both sides of it. And so I think that's one of the things Disney dropped the ball on when it came to the movies, is they could have steeped more into that as a thing. Like when we talk about World War II or World War I, we don't just sit there and just say, oh yeah, it's kind of like the World War I stuff, right? And then walk on like it was that it means nothing. We talk about World War I or World War II, we talk about it. That's what I see the Clone Wars like. So seeing this episode pay homage to something like that was interesting. It was really neat, because here we are, these clones who have learned to hate these droids now had to rely on their help. So it was really neat to see that. I will agree with you. I like the part where Wrecker is obviously, and I think we all agree, it's his chip. It's his chip trying to kick in. So I think it's a really cool thing, and they're sticking with it really well, and they're making it very gradual, but at the same time very obvious. It's very nice. Nobody else sees it too. He's off someplace else when it's happening, or it's just a headache right here when they're there. But look at how bad it came out. But they weren't actually there to see how bad it was. This guy was literally knocked on his butt from whatever was causing that, and the rest of the guys don't know about it. So it's that sleeping enemy within the ranks. Whatever this is going to cause an issue within this group. So I do like that they're playing with that as part of the overall story. So that was really nice to see that they're continuing with this, and they're not forgetting about something they've set up. I haven't seen season 7, so I don't know what these girls were like in that, but I didn't think they were bad in this. It was kind of like they were like children in this, playing with these grown men, and they're sitting there having to fight, trying to get this piece. And here's these kids just kind of playing with them. So that was kind of fun to watch. So I guess they were really, really annoying. They were just kiddish annoying in a good way in this, you know. Oh, look, I've got something you want, so let me play, and I'm going to pass it off to this person. I'm going to run around to make it chase me for it or whatnot. But as it got on and things started to disintegrate, the situation started to get worse. They became more of a, okay, we have to work together with these people, whether or not we're on the same page or not, because we're all in this situation now. And Omega isn't so horrible. So she's, I won't say growing on me yet, but she's bearable, which is a plus in this episode. So yeah, those are some of the things I like.
Awesome. Guys, what you got, man?
Well, I'm gonna have to echo a lot of what Chris said as well. I like the whole fact, you know, Wrecker's chip. We're seeing that there's gonna be a struggle. It's probably gonna happen when, you know, we're probably gonna have a Jedi lying around. His order is gonna come in. It's nice to see that, you know, Omega is definitely not as annoying as she was. It kind of reminds me of the whole Ahsoka, right, in the beginning. You know, when we saw Ahsoka in the beginning of the Clone Wars, we thought, you know, she was pretty annoying. People didn't really like her, and she became an all-time fan favorite. Now, is this going to happen with Omega? Well, we'll only find out as the season progresses, right? But she's becoming less and less annoying, and they're developing her as a slow burn as well, just as they did Ahsoka. So we might be in for a surprise. She might end up being a character that's going to become an all-time fan favorite, right? It is Dave Filoni. He knows what he's doing. He's proven that time again. So I'm kind of excited now to see how that's going to unravel. But we just got to be patient with it, right? It's really, really a slow burner on this one. I love the fact that they're tying it in, like I said earlier, with the sisters, right? Because as you know, in the whole timeline, that means they know who Ahsoka is right now. Those sisters, right? They know who she is because Ahsoka met them before she fought Darth Maul and saved Rex. So that's kind of cool to know that, you know, you saw these two characters after the effect that they know who Ahsoka is, right? And you can still see them together, that they're still alive and doing their thing. So I kind of like that. I like the whole fact of the reveal, that it's making you hungry for one more episode, which I haven't felt throughout the whole series. But this episode has brought me that, you know, can't wait for next week's episode and see what happens. So that's what I liked about it.
Let me say something really quick. Is that you know, everybody's mentioning this whole, you know, Clone Wars, the sisters, and all that. I think that's a really smart move on Filoni's part, because listen, this is a sister series. It's the spinoff to Clone Wars. It is it's the family. It's the Jeffersons on All in the Family. It is a faction of this group of people we see in this show, and they move it on to the next show. And now we want to go see it. And what you were absolutely right. I found myself on Friday on my lunch break getting going to the app and watching this episode. I didn't
Right.
wait till Saturday or sometimes Sunday morning, afternoon, an hour or two before the stream. I kind of was like, let's see what's going on with this. And it works. And yes, they're starting to get me interested in this.
Right.
We're remembering names. We're paying attention to details. This is what gets you interested in it. So Filoni's starting to get in his groove. So.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Carl?
No, that's it, man.
Okay. Jason, what did you like about the episode?
Well, a little bit what I was talked about earlier. Mega's like, she's not as annoying anymore, like Chris and Gaskar said. She's starting to be an asset to the show, and it seems like she's starting to get her place on the show. And I like the warehouse scene. Like I said, that dark, gritty, like the attack of clones when they're in the warehouse. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it just that whole mission was over that little clone thing, but they made it good. I mean, Filoni made a real fun episode, and like the ending. Like I'm excited for the next. I want to see who that character is. If we get that character next episode, but it gave me a little excitement. It was a really good episode, I'd say. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this one.
Awesome. Austin, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What'd you like about it?
Well, I'm going to echo everybody else on the panel that Omega really was not that bad this episode. And in fact, at least from like the last couple episodes, she is starting to become more tolerable, which is something that I appreciate. And I like that she doesn't know everything right out of the gate. Because like where you see her at the beginning, like she's struggling to even use the bow and arrow. And while she does end up learning how to use it, I think one of the sisters at the end says, you still have a lot to learn. So she doesn't have her own spin on things yet, which is great. And I want to see how that translates into later episodes and how she maybe perfects her technique. Maybe they'll do something with, maybe she's learning a little bit more about stuff. I think that'd be cool. I like that this episode was a lot more action-packed than the previous episodes because in some cases, some episodes barely had any action. You may have gotten maybe a couple minutes worth, but this episode was like an entire episode's worth practically of action. And the action that we got was fun, fast for the most part. I like that, they were fighting the sisters while also dealing with the security guards at the same time. I thought that was nice. Bringing back the droids, like Chris said, I thought that was really cool, which was something that I even think the sequel trilogy should have done. Is like, you could have done something a little silly with it because the droids are really comedic relief, if you really think about it. So you could have maybe had them rewire a couple of the droids for the Resistance, and maybe some of the droids are like, oh yeah, we're the Resistance now, and then maybe one of them says, hey, well, I'm better than this bucket of bolts, and then they go, what'd you say to me? And then they beat each other up. I mean, that'd be pretty funny for like a cameo. And Wrecker's stuff, where the chip, he hits his head again, and then, he starts saying, good soldiers follow orders, again, ties back into the Crosshair stuff because of what he was like. He was like, good soldiers follow orders. So now it's like we're starting to see the story play out. It is slowly building, and I think that now it feels more like it's actually going somewhere in a sense. Like, we still don't know, like, we know where they're going. It's more like the direction of how they're going to go about it that's interesting.
Yeah, we don't know the end game yet.
Yeah. So I like that they're going down that road. And yeah, it's just this show is getting better, slowly but surely. And that's what I like about it, is that at the beginning it was like, oh, God, it's the Bad Batch. I really don't want to watch it this week. And then last episode's like, no, okay, Bad Batch. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Bad Batch. I'm getting more enthusiastic each week. So at least that's something. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I think that's all I got to say about it. JJ, you're muted.
Stay on target.
Yeah. I can't believe I just
Stay on target.
It's been a while since It's been a while since the JJ's been pulled, so yeah, that was good. Yeah. Anyway, Nendroid, what'd you
Okay,
like about it?
I'm gonna echo everyone else with Omega. Her character development showing that she's struggling and the batch actually teaching her stuff right here. Like, to me, that was already like, yeah, woohoo, they actually listened to us right there. All right. As well as she's getting very like less annoying. As well as with the droids teaming up with the batch, that is very great. That reminded me of Rebels season 3 when they did the same exact thing with Rex instead. And a lot of it, though, like I also love going back to Corellia, the sisters tie-in, and then also seeing R7, which was Ahsoka's droid, with now the Martez sisters at the end.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I loved that. And yeah, for the most part, this episode was really good. I liked a lot of it, and yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I gotta agree with everyone, as far as what the likes were. The sisters was a perfect tie-in. Nindroid just pointed it out to me. I totally forgot about it, about R7. Dude, good spot on that one.
Definitely.
They're not letting Wrecker's chip just fade away. They're continuing the storyline with it. And of course, last but not least, Omega. I agree with everybody. She was more or less annoying this episode, but at the same time, like I was saying, she's probably the Ahsoka character of the episode. We're meant to hate her in the beginning. I think Filoni thought it worked so well with Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. Let's try it again. We may love Omega just as much as we do Ahsoka by the end of this or by next season if there's one. And seeing how she's growing and learning, because, we got Ahsoka as a little snotty brat kid too. So we just have to wait and see. There was very little, even the battle droids, very little I didn't like about this episode, actually. But all right, everybody grab your popcorn. This is where we all shine. Danny, what didn't you like about the episode?
Well, I'm going to go against the grain. I am really annoyed that they haven't pulled the trigger on Wrecker because they keep showing it. It's kind of like when you go to a movie theater and they keep showing trailer after trailer after trailer instead of just getting to the movie. Go ahead. Okay, we know the chip is causing him some issues, so go ahead and let him turn. Either let Echo be able to surgically remove it, do one or the other. But I'm tired of seeing this over and over. Each episode is makes the third episode, if I'm not correct, where he has some kind of issues with it. So I'm really tired of seeing that. I'm really annoyed that they kind of just dropped the sharpshooter storyline. I was really interested in that because he was going to be hell to deal with. A serious problem. They kind of put him on the back burner when I think they should have him out there actively hunting the Bad Batch is what I would be doing. But that's here nor there.
You mean kind of like within Clone Wars? Rewind that. In Rebels, how they showed every once in a while the Inquisitors hunting for canon in them.
I think what better way to find the Bad Batch and to have somebody that was in their own group tracking them. So I don't know why they're not doing that, but that's what I would have been doing. But one more thing I had an issue with too, and I forgot. I guess it'll come back to me later on. But like I said, Omega, she was very, very annoying. Still a little annoying, but mainly the things I didn't like about it was mainly those two things right there. They just totally forgot the sharpshooter storyline, and I'm tired of hearing Wrecker, good soldier, I got a headache. Okay, go ahead and do what you're going to do, because we already seen in Clone Wars that the chip can be removed. And if I had to guess, the smart one and Echo together could do it. So I'm ready to see them either do it or either let Wrecker join Sharpshooter and then them two start hunting down the rest of the Bad Batch.
All right, Chris, what didn't you like?
Let me agree first with Danny on that. I'll get to that later because we'll go with predictions. What didn't I like? Man, I guess I would go with Danny. That Wrecker's going to have an issue with that. It'd be nice to get to it because, man, they keep trying, but I like the way they're doing it still, so I'm not horribly against it. But this whole episode was literally a side, and we say this a lot. I understand. Somebody said last week or the week before, if they made a Star Wars side mission series, we'd be bitching because it was a side mission. Yeah, but it was. Tell me, as far as overall plot in this series, where we were at the beginning and where we were at the end, were they different? No, they weren't. They went on a mission for Sid, and that is all that happened. She didn't even offer any extra bit of information for going in. In fact, did they even make it back to her in this? They just left, didn't they?
No, but they made it back. She told them this is the second mission, and she said, if you work for me now, I'll watch your back and keep the heat off of you. So that's their motivation to work with her.
Yeah, but it's still that whole. It didn't really go anywhere, or as far as development in the story, in the overall story. Wrecker is a little nibble at this. We know that can't be the whole story because if he has this problem throughout the whole series, we're going to get tired of it. They got to get to it and get it out. And when I get to predictions, I'll explain what I think will happen on that. But when I looked at it, yes, a great episode, I thought, but it literally did nothing for the whole narrative. Now, with this series, you have a little more leeway in that because we're not talking about a short series run. Like even The Mandalorian, even if they come back, what they set up story-wise with Baby Yoda, because I like saying that better than Grogu or whatever the hell his name is. But with Baby Yoda, that was a very limited plot. This is the mission. He has to get this thing to something. He has to move it along. They had to get there. They couldn't let that stretch for 8 seasons. This has more time. There is no absolute endpoint. We just know that this can continually evolve into what's next. So I'm okay with that. It's just what is now the whole idea of the Empire's trying to take over, trying to find a way to replace the clones or use the clones. So there's this narrative that we know nothing about. In fact, for 2 weeks now, we have not gone back to the Empire at all on what's going on. Because Crosshair is still a part of the story. And now when we talked about they needed more of him, I don't disagree that they've done a good job leaving him out. But I want to know what's going on there now. Are they going to go then and turn around and do 2 episodes of just him? They got to find that good medium of mixing everything together. And I think the plus side of these last 2 episodes is that they at least have figured out how to write this group in a show together. It's working now as a group. So if they were to start going back to the switching back and forth, I think it would work a lot better. But it is a thing about timing. They need a little more speed. They're getting better, but they need a little more speed. So I will go to that primarily.
Okay. All right. Cool. Guyscar.
Yep.
What didn't you like?
Actually, I didn't mind anything on this episode.
I was nitpicking. If you can.
I really didn't mind anything. Omega's Omega. I came to accept that now. Stop complaining about it, and yeah, I can't. I'm just curious to see who that reveal is going to be. So not much to complain about.
Okay, Jason, what didn't you like, man?
The episode was I'm sort of like Gaskar. I'm agreeing with Danny and Chris. It was a really good episode. I mean, if you want to call it a side mission or a filler episode, it was a really good episode, but it didn't advance the plot. But I mean, but as I say, it was a good episode to watch. But just hoping, like Chris and him said, I hope Crosshair they do bring him in and they, see what's going on that side of the Empire. The Star Wars on that side of the Empire is going on, and like I said, hope it advances on. Pretty much, that's the only thing.
Okay.
I remember my other gripe. Can I say it really quickly?
Sure. Go ahead, Danny.
I sure hope that Hunter made 2 of those duplicates. Because why would he download the stuff from the robot and give it to them and not save one for himself?
About that.
So I hope he wasn't dumb enough to give away that information. They didn't let us know one way or the other.
Okay.
But they made 3 copies at the end, didn't they?
No. When that guy downloaded the smart
Off
one
the head,
then Hunter gave it to one of the sisters at the end. They didn't let us know whether or not he downloaded one for themselves to take back to Sid.
I'm sure he did.
Well, yeah, because when he gives it over to the girl, he goes, "Here's a copy of the information we downloaded."
No, but they only when you see him, smart guy only put that one object, whatever. We're gonna say it for this. We're gonna call it the space thumbnail. He put the space thumbnail in the thing's head and downloaded it. Then after that girl kind of saved Omega and kind of made that little speech about, well, you don't know whose side you choose, and you got to pick a side. It kind of felt like he grew a conscience and said, okay, we are doing the wrong side. So in good faith or a peace offering or whatever, here's the chip. All I'm saying is I hope he was smart enough to make another one, but they didn't let us know that one another. That's just an assumption that he made another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if he did? What if he didn't now and Sid turns on him if he did make a copy? That's what I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking now. What Danny said. Sid, if he doesn't have that copy and they return back to Sid empty-handed, she could call that bounty hunter on him.
He gonna put heat on the team because he grew a conscience.
Exactly. That could be what we see next episode. Sid's gonna bring that bounty hunter back. What's your name?
Well, I think Sid playing both sides now. That's what they just benefiting her right now, or him, whatever the fuck it is.
It's a way for them to make money.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Kavari? Thank you for joining us, man. Good to see you. Okay, Ostinator.
I'm gonna kind of echo what both Guyscar and Chris said. Because I'm kind of with Guyscar on the fact that I really had no issues with this episode whatsoever. I thought it was better probably than all the episodes we've gotten so far. But I'm also with Chris on the set in the sense where it has been 3 episodes now where we're not getting anything from the Imperial side, which that is something we desperately need now, especially because how many episodes do we have left?
A good bunch.
6.
A bunch.
No, 7.
No,
8. We got 8 episodes.
More episodes.
There's 5 now, right?
No, this is episode 6.
All right, so we go. It was 11 more. No, 10 more. And it's 16
Yeah,
total?
10 more. 10 more. Yeah.
But
Shoot,
if we're getting,
you gotta
We'll be done by Christmas.
I don't math well. No, but go ahead, Ostinator.
no, but
What's
we only have 10 episodes left. We need to see at least. It's like I really think they need to balance out the Bad Batch stuff and the Imperial stuff, because the Imperial stuff from episode 3, you would think that would be a huge part of this show, because they introduced the stormtroopers. They're introducing that concept, but then they ignore it for 3 episodes. It's one of those things where you can't just ignore it and move on, and then wait, we got nothing for this episode, so let's go back to this. It's not really going to work that way. They have to go back, and they need to do. They just gotta go back, do the Imperial stuff. I would like them to have a balance, but if they gotta do 2 more, maybe 2 episodes or 3, kind of giving a little bit more in depth about what the hell we missed, then I'd be fine with it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
That's crazy. Chris Roundtable will be over before this.
Yeah, because any word on how long Loki is? 6, 8 episodes?
6 episodes, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll be done, started and finished, and we still doing this shit.
I'm okay with that, man, because man, I'm just glad I got
All right.
three. I got a break for 3 roundtables.
Wow.
Hey, it's not easy work, and you can vouch for that.
So you're gonna miss out on my shit though. All right, but you want me on
What?
yours. That's great. That's great.
What? That has nothing to do with. I said I'm glad I got a break from
Yeah.
doing it, like being like running.
He's in
it.
charge of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I meant. I didn't mean I don't want to be here. I didn't. That's not what I meant.
In other words, you don't want to you don't want to have the responsibility of running 2 roundtables, basically.
That is correct.
Well, that would kill me. Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
I try to kill myself enough. I don't need to like be like, you know what? I know how to do it, so let's just do it. Don't need that.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Anyway, Nindroid, what didn't you like about it, man?
I'm gonna echo barely no problems besides we need more Crosshair and the Imperial stuff and Camino, all of that, because the part of the show is showing how the Empire is progressing and showing, you know, how ships are going to be converted to Star Destroyers and TIE Fighters, and, you know, the troopers converting to Stormtroopers later down the line and all of that. And we need to see more of that. And, yeah, and I'm positive we will, but it's a little bit slower for it. But, yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, okay. There wasn't really much I didn't care for, and the one of the minor things I didn't care for, but you guys seem to have liked it, is that dumbass banter from the battle droids. To me, it's the silliest shit, and sometimes you do get a giggle out of it. To me, it's unnecessary.
I like it.
It's staying true to what they did from day one.
It is, and here's the thing: we haven't heard it a ton recently. At least I haven't. So I know those of you who watched 7 did, but it's kind of cool to hear it again. It's like, okay, that's very George Lucas reminiscent, because he's the one that decided on the things they would say and how they would do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
there's some that's kind of, it makes you feel good inside. It's like, ooh, it's a little bit of Lucas. Thank God.
Well, at that, I'm just saying, at that waking up point when they get reactivated,
Mm-hmm.
they should be focusing on what their orders are. Like I said, like we've all said, on every episode of every season of whatever roundtable we're doing, there are instances within the episodes that there's stuff that's really just not needed. And to me, that wasn't needed. It's just wake them up, receive their orders, let them go to work. That's all they needed. They didn't need all the bumbling around, the falling, and all the craziness with it. But like I said, it was something minor. And Sid is still a puzzle to me. So far, I'm liking the character, but she's at that point like, okay, who's she talking to? Who's she playing? It could be anyone or any number of people. But with that being said, I like I said, there was very little that I didn't like about it. All right, now
she's a straight up hustler.
Yeah.
She playing the Emperor. She playing the Empire, and she playing the Resistance. No doubt in my mind.
She's an understandable Java.
The Rebellion, right? It's not the Resistance yet.
Or whatever the hell they call themselves.
Yeah. All right, Danny. Your overall grade of the episode and your predictions.
I'm gonna stick with my grade from last week. I think it was B-, if I'm not mistaken. So
let's see. Gotta get the old-fashioned pen and paper out and take a look here. Danny. Yeah, B-.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it with B-. It's nothing that's moved the needle up to me one way or the other. I'm a little curious about who's this person they were talking to. I'm leaning towards Ahsoka or either Obi-Wan. Not really sure. Those would be my guess if I had to guess. which will definitely move this up in cool points if it's one of those two. Shit, knock it to the next stratosphere if it's old boy, but I know it ain't gonna be him. Yeah, I'll give it a B minus. I'm still gonna watch it. Like I said, I've committed to watching the 16 for this roundtable show, and like I said earlier, and I will say it again, I don't hate this. So it's good. Slow burn, slow and steady.
Yep. I agree. Like, that's what I said in the beginning. This is going to be the for real slow burn, and we're experiencing this. But hopefully next week's episode will point out what we're hoping. It's going to progress. It's going to move forward.
If I had to guess, the last 5 to 6 episodes will probably be like, what the hell?
I saw or heard a leak. I don't know if you guys have, about someone being in next week's episode. Now, before I reveal this, mind you, this is just rumor. It's not fact. So you can just take it as a grain of salt. Rumor has it Palpatine's going to be in next week's episode.
Ooh.
Rumor.
If that's
I can
true,
see what's the guy? Not Thorn, but
Tarkin.
Tarkin. I can see Tarkin talking to him with a hologram or something like that.
Yeah,
It would never surprise me. It's going to happen in the series. An
Yeah.
android, love it. An android, love it.
No.
Yep. All right, Chris, your final grade and your predictions.
What was my grade last week?
Oh, come on, man. You asked me like this is my responsibility to keep up with.
It
I know, but damn it all. Oh, you gave it a B minus last week.
I'm going to go up to a B on this, honestly. I'll go up to a B only because I liked the episode that much more. But, I don't know. They're going in the right direction. I mean, listen, I could have kept it a B minus, but there were some things I liked about this one better than last week. Most of all, the action and the interaction between, to me, new characters. I know that they're characters from Clone Wars, but just the way everything worked together worked really nice. And then the major progression we got in Wrecker's chip failing or taking over, whatever. My thoughts, like predictions. 1, Wrecker's going to have this switch on, and it's probably going to either happen in front of the rest of them to where they can subdue him quick, or it's going to happen off screen and they're going to have to fight him. But they're going to do it and do an emergency removal. And they're going to have to figure it out quick. And when they do it, they're like, well, you know what? It worked. We got that out. Now what we have to do is we have to set up a trap for Crosshair and get him back. I think that's going to set up how, because I talked about this a few weeks ago. I said they got to figure out a way to get Crosshair, and they had to figure out how to fix this chip issue. Well, now they're going to have to, because this guy's with them. And this guy, again, his name says it. He's Wrecker. This is going to cause a problem for them if it happens off screen and he just comes in on them. And we know he doesn't do things. What?
If they figure out a way to get out of him, would it make sense for them to remove the chip out of him so it won't potentially malfunction later on down the road?
No, yeah, but what I mean is they're going to get it out of him.
The end result is all of them.
I was just asking a question.
Yeah, but they're going to have to do it in an emergency form, and because of that one of them is going to have that light bulb click. Hey, we can do it with him. We can do it to Crosshair. We just got to get a hold of him. And then you're going to set up at least 1 or 2 episodes where it works on setting him up to come after them. So they're going to blatantly reveal where they're at, or set up what, for lack of a better term, a kill box where all things are in their favor to get him, and they won't see it. He won't see it coming that way, and then get Wrecker back, or not Wrecker, but Crosshair back in their group, because that's going to have to happen in this. I mean, I just don't see that not happen. Then Sid, listen, you learned something about this in Star Wars. Once you've worked with one side or the other, you never stop. We saw it in the guy from Canto Bight, the hacker guy. DJ. Yeah, DJ. He sold them out to the New Order or the First Order because he just works like that. It's who pays me the most. That's how he works. Same thing with former Jedi informants and people who worked with the Jedi. Sid still knows about the Jedi. She knows about Obi-Wan still being around. She knows about Ahsoka probably. And if Mace is around, she probably knows about Mace. Now, could it be Mace Windu? Possibly. Not likely. But it would be nice to see that. But I do think it's Ahsoka overall. But with Obi-Wan coming out, that's a good bet too. But I still think the reason why Sid is coming across like she's hiding something is because she is. She still has access to the Jedi who were left or the Force users who are part of the Republic. And she doesn't want that out yet because she still hasn't totally decided if it's safe. So she's still very much playing both sides of this, but she's still on that Jedi side, and that's where she's going to get her intel from. That's where she's getting her intel from, probably.
You know what would be freaking cool as hell? When Obi-Wan comes out on one of them episodes, it shows him having that conversation with the girls. If that's Obi-Wan. That would be cool as hell.
Interesting. From a live action standpoint, that would be interesting to do that. And it makes sense. There's no reason why they can't take live action and not mix it with the cartoons. I mean, one of the best examples was the Clone Wars movie that they made, the first whatever episodes it was. They made it into a movie. It was done really well, and it worked. I love that. I have it on DVD, and I will watch that in between Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, and the Revenge of the Sith because of that.
That was the official first episode of the series.
Yeah, and I love that because it works so well right there in the middle. It tells you everything you need to know about the Clone Wars. You don't have to watch the rest of the series if you don't want to, but it worked really, really well. And so there's no reason why we can't mix that live action with.
And they even tied it in because Luke thought his dad was a pilot on a spice freighter. Okay,
and that's what he's.
In the beginning, the Twilight was a freighter. You know, so
and
they try to tie it in well.
Yeah, it shows what Obi-Wan tells him isn't a lie necessarily, and it also shows him what his uncle told him wasn't a lie. Both of them, and again, it's good. It's a good thing in Star Wars that both sides won't tell you the complete story. You got to have both sides, good and bad, and so again, those things are consistent. So I think that's what Sid is. Sid is still, that's where her intel is coming from, is all these insiders that were always there, but she's keeping that close to the vest because
basically she got spies everywhere.
She hasn't sussed out everything about this group yet. Plus she knows she's probably picked up a few things on Wrecker and knows that Wrecker's maybe Fritzen and maybe says, if I let them know everything, I'm jeopardizing a lot more people.
Okay.
So those are my predictions.
All right, Gascar, final grade and your predictions.
I would have to say my predictions. I think it's going to be Obi-Wan at the end of that. That's going to be the review. I think it's going to be Obi-Wan. My grade, I would give this one a C+.
Okay. All right. And that comes from. Let's see, where the hell was your name at? Yeah, you said a C+?
Yep.
Yeah, you did a C- last week, so it came up a point. Or a couple points. Awesome. Any predictions?
Obi-Wan. We're going to see Obi-Wan.
All right. Cool. Jason, your final grade and your predictions, please.
Grade B+. I would have gave it an A, but I know there's going to be some better episodes. So I really don't want to give anything an A right now. A-.
Wow.
I enjoyed it. But I mean, I say B+. B+. Predictions, I think Ahsoka is what we're going to see, but you never know. It could be Obi-Wan. Okay. And I think Sid's going to turn on him.
All right. All right. Austin, final grade and your predictions.
I think I'm gonna give this episode a B+, which is the highest grade that I've given this show so far in terms of episodes. My predictions. I mean, we're probably either going to see Bail Organa. We might see Ahsoka. Like, these are just like who could be in the show, or at least from what at the end. It'll either be Bail, it'll either be Ahsoka. It might be Obi-Wan, or God forbid, if he is still alive, you could do Mace Windu. I mean, because it would make sense. Because how could the most powerful Jedi just die from being flung out a window? I mean, and his body wasn't recovered last time we checked, so he might not be dead. We don't know. So this is the chance to bring him back. And as far as I still believe that the Bad Batch will either all be dead because Vader's gonna kill them, or if they're gonna do it a second season, they're gonna have to, set something up. But that's really my predictions as of this moment.
Okay. Awesome. Android, what you got for me, man?
B plus.
Oh, check you out. You moving up in the world.
Yes. And I would say I think it's Ahsoka, because at the end of Clone Wars Season 7, she recovered the parts to R7, which was destroyed, to put it in that Y-Wing. So I think she gave the sisters the droid, and they fixed it up. So I think that's Ahsoka. While then, I feel like Ahsoka might contact Rex, and we're going to see Rex later on try and find the batch. Possibly. So,
okay. That would be a good surprise.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's really it.
Okay, cool, awesome. Me personally, Danny, don't shit a gold brick, please. I'm gonna give the episode a solid A. It's definitely better than the first 5.
Well, I know what you smoking, so I ain't surprised.
Damn, bro, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I had minimal to complain about the episode, because I thought the sisters was a good tie-in. Whoever the sisters are talking to at the end, it doesn't even matter now who it is. We know we're going to see somebody here soon. We don't know who it is yet. So we know we're going to have another one of those moments.
Let me ask you 2 questions, JJ.
Yeah.
Any of the shows you seen on Bad Batch better than any episode you saw on WandaVision or any episode you saw on Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, all 6 episodes is better than the first 3 of WandaVision.
That ain't what I asked you.
I know, but now,
at the end, you can't. We both came around.
Right. And we're at that point now to where it should be this turning point where things should be getting better and possibly a little quicker.
Okay.
I have faith, Danny. I have faith.
I got you.
If it's worse next week, trust me, I'll say so. But just right now, I saw no real issues with the episode and what was going on. All right, because once Sid was introduced, that kind of told you right there in the beginning that she's going to be there at least for 2 or 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need money. They're working for it. I don't believe they've hit their end point yet. This is a stopping off point. And this whole Wrecker thing, I'm not looking too deep into it because simply, we were told in the very first episode, because of their modifications, mutations, whatever's wrong with them, which made them who they are. The chips affect them differently. They're able to fight it off in their own ways, and I believe now Wreckers is starting to break down. Echo don't have a chip. Tech and Hunter, they're not having problems with theirs yet. So hopefully what's going to happen is exactly what I've been saying. Omega knows about the chips. She knows someone about the clones. So I think it's going to be up to her to help get Wreckers out.
Your point to that, Omega also was in the medical division on.
That's what I'm saying. She may help get it out.
So she's going to play. That might be the moment where we see her step up and actually lead things.
Yeah, Omega is going to have her moment one way or another this season. Don't know if it's going to be the next episode or 3 episodes down the road, but she's going to have her moment. That's going to change all our minds about her. We just have to wait for it and see if it continues with it. And I'm just saying that as a patient man, because right now I'm being patient with it, because with a series this long, this is the longest season Disney has given us on any show. So you just got to be patient with it.
Well, wait, how long was
Clone
season
Wars
7
only
of Clone Wars?
12.
10 or 12.
really?
Yeah, 12. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
know. So, okay, interesting.
But with that being said, I want to thank everybody in the chat for showing up, man. It's great to see everybody out there. Everybody on the panel, thank you very much for joining me this evening. And to wrap things up, we're going to go around the panel. But let everybody know where they can be found at. Danny, would you mind starting, please?
I'm Danny at Comment Chat. Monday nights, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My show, The Chaotic Conversations, kicks off the week for our group. I think this week we'll be doing a special tournament involving several of us here on the panel, I do believe. Onzo's in the midst of setting that up, however he's going to do it. That's not my forte. I just want to play. So thanks for enjoying being on the show, and look forward to next Sunday.
Okay, what you got for me, Chris?
Share that screen. We're going to talk some Khaos Central really quick, guys. We got the website back up and running. So as you see right here, chaoscentral.com is a place to go for all sorts of things. It's a little outdated in some stuff in the content because it's been a while since we've uploaded anything. We're working on fixing that. But there is some really good fan fiction by Stephanie. God, how do we say her last name? Smuggler's Cantina is what she's known by on YouTube. I believe. Yeah. She's got some great fan fiction on here, guys. If you want something that's very traditional, old school Star Wars, like original trilogy stuff, check this out. It's really good. It doesn't get enough press on here. Stop it. Also, if you go over here, Khaos Central is our Twitter page, Khaos Central right there. Make sure you go here and follow us, guys. Follow us here. It's at Central Chaos. And then last but not least, look down at the bottom of this video. You see a screen, a little red rectangle that says subscribe. You have done it wrong. We need you to hit that subscribe button and share us out. Tell people about us. We've got Instagram. We've got Facebook. We've got everything. I'm working on getting that all integrated better. Nindroid, or not Nindroid, but sorry. Austinator is running the Twitter. I got somebody running the Instagram. We're just trying to get everything running here nice and smooth, and we're adding more shows. I did an upload premiere today, which was the first video that I made for not only YouTube as like my first official YouTube video I ever did, or first well-produced YouTube video. But we kind of redid it, resynced some audio, and it was originally meant for Khaos Central. So it's Khaos Central News. Go check that out. We did the premiere today, worked out pretty well, but it's one of our first actual uploads, and we're going to work on getting some more of those out. We're working on content for this channel, and everybody else, of course, is working on content for their channel. But I really want to push Khaos Central, guys. We're up to 162 subscribers now. Love to see 200. Love to get more of you guys. Some of the shows we've got over here, I know I've been seeing around about 50% of the subscribers have actually been coming, or at least the numbers go and show me that. So we need your support. We need you to watch these shows. We need you to help us get out the word that we're doing these shows. Some of them are only on here. Some of them can only be found here. After Danny and Onzo do theirs on their channel, they can only be found here. And that said, guys, please check everybody else out on the panel. Sub to everybody. Follow everybody. Do all that stuff. But primarily, I wanted to talk about Khaos Central, though. So there you go.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Guys, Car, where can we find you at, man?
You can find me at the Vasco Scenario on YouTube for gaming clips, some reviews, some random streams that I randomly do, as well as everything Khaos Central related. Like Chris said, check out the website, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet there as well. I'm part of that Khaos Crew, so it starts off Mondays 9 p.m. with Chaotic Conversation. Like Danny says, Tuesdays 9 p.m. the Chaos List hosted by Anzo from Bigaford. And Wednesdays 9 p.m. Rule of Three, hosted by yours truly, Chris. And then you can find me on the OOC at 10 p.m. as well on Game Changers midnight on Tuesdays. So yeah, definitely check us all out. Make sure you subscribe to Khaos Central for updates and shit. So that'll be good.
Damn, guys, Scar for an up and comer, man. You're being busy with that. 5 shows.
Yeah.
Listen.
What?
When we get a hold of you, we start pimping you out right away, and we get you going because you got to start bringing in the money for the rest of us. So, damn straight, he's working like a whore because a whore is what he is. No, sorry.
Okay.
Yo, he out there slinging them biscuits.
I still have the nail marks on my back.
Wait, what nail marks? Wait, no, they're not nail marks.
Whoa, we're not talking about that, man. Not here, not now. That's later, man. What are you doing?
Ooh,
stop
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it again.
I don't see Indiana Jones anymore. What's going on? Okay then.
I felt that go sideways really quick. It was just like
yeah. Jason, where can we find you at? Hopefully it's a little bit cleaner place.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm Jason Lee Tucker. You can find me at Jason Lee Tucker Statement. We have a show, the Metal Taco Show. We're going to have a show the end of the week. Also, I'm here on Sunday nights at JJ's for the Bad Batch, and sometimes on Tuesday night on Anzo's The Chaotic List. So check it out, guys. Peace.
All right. Alternator. Wow. I'm sitting here looking at the name. I couldn't fucking remember it. Alternator. Where can we find you at, man?
Yeah. Kind of like Chris said.
Before you said, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So actually, kind of, I'm gonna echo what Chris said. Follow the Khaos Central Twitter. It's a fun place over there. We basically, it tells you when Khaos Central is going to stream and who's streaming. It could be Chris, it could be JJ, it could be anybody. You never know. It's like one of those convenience. No, well, it's more like a vending machine. It's like you put in a coin and the show comes out. We do featured.
This ain't a peep show, bro.
Right.
That's what you think.
We have featured creators of the week, meaning that a person. So if you're a channel that has under 1,000, you guys would like to be featured, just follow us at Khaos Central. And also we do polls over there, which is weekly. And I think this week's poll will be because I think the Rumble is this week, so we'll have another poll based around the Rumble. So if Dee so far has won the last 2 polls, so hey, at least Dee has that. And also I have my channel. Where at 10:30 in a few minutes, pretty much, Shadow Eye is coming back for the first time in months, and we are going to be reviewing Army of the Dead.
You're really reviewing that movie? Come on, bro.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I have to.
Wow.
It was so bad, I have to review it.
Exactly.
Wow.
And you can find me on other channels like Review 3000.
Also, I told you about watch your mouth on that.
Well,
I didn't badmouth it. I didn't say nothing bad. I
said alternator.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you don't like it, feel free to say so, but be cool about it. Danny's touchy about it.
You're right. Got me on the Real View 3000 for the weekly wrap up. JJ's channel for randomness at its finest. Ninjoid for Galactic Chat. Khaos Central for the Bad Batch Roundtable. You can find me on Nick Weiser's channel on Tuesdays. Usually, you can find me basically everywhere. And I also have a Twitter at the Oscillator17. Great show, JJ. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it. And Guy Scar, thank you for joining me this evening, man. Know you had to run, but I appreciate it. Nindroid, where can we find you at, man?
All right. First, great stream today, JJ. Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you guys can find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243, where over there we are working on the Nindroid cuts of the sequel trilogy. So, guys, remember, hashtag release the Nindroid cuts. Indeed. August 18th will be Force Awakens. December 18th will be The Last Jedi. And next year, May 4th, will be Episode 9 From the Darkness. And also find me on my show Galactic Chat, always on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can find me on other channels like Austinator and Sauerkrauses.
Okay, cool. Yeah, guys. Everybody knows who I am. I'm your boy JJ. Check all these fine people out, man. They got great channels. They put out great content. Without you guys, we won't grow as channels. It's the chat's, I'm not going to say responsibility, but it is up to you guys, to get the word out. Whoever you know who you're on YouTube, suggest us, talk about us. That's how we grow as content creators, and we appreciate each and every last one of you that come and watch these shows. We know who you are, and I can't literally speak for everyone, but you have my thanks. And with that, everybody, say good night. We're going to go ahead and end the show.
Peace.
Peace.